Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. So I want to talk about my thesis topic, which is philosophy and literature. When I first came up with my story idea, what does an athlete do on the first day of retirement, I figured that this would be a good chance to draw new conclusions about the philosophical ideas I cared about. There was something about human freedom, a revaluation of values, and the role that pain plays in a life. My plan was to imitate the narrative voices of writers who I thought had already said something about these things. This included Walker Percy, David Foster Wallace, and Lorrie Moore. Like them, I thought, I'd use the story to plunge forth into the realm of ideas. Well, I realized that this strategy does not make for a good story, and that I'd been reading these writers wrong. A big step in this conclusion came from reading Jean-Paul Sartre and Richard Rorty. Now I hope that the story shows thinking only being significant in the lived lives of humans, and I hope that it no longer tries to use its characters as props for propositions. The death of Raymond. Gerald is adamant about stretching, having Raymond do a bunch of weird twists and kicks that people on the team think he made up himself. Raymond hangs from the rim. He lies down on the court, splayed out like a dead horse. Keep going until you really feel it, Gerald says. That's what you need at your age. I think I feel it, Raymond says. Not till it hurts. Gerald claims that most people have never known a good stretch. They give up right when it's getting good, right when it hurts. The point of stretching is to break down your muscles so you can build them back up again. An athlete who avoids this is avoiding excellence. Okay, now I want you to grab your ankle and bring it up to your backside. This aggravates Raymond's knee. That knee isn't bothering you, is it? Feels fine, he says. That's what I like to hear. A little knee tweak is nothing. Keep stretching it. Tell it what it needs to do for you. Don't let it decide. These are soothing words for Raymond. He's given a choice now, at 31, in his 10th year in the G League, wincing through games and still waiting for an NBA call-up. Either push through the injury or commit career suicide. The answer is obvious. Okay, let's go, Gerald says. I want you to dribble to each cone, cross over, then explode on your first step out of it. Focus on the explosion. Raymond can still dribble the ball like gunshots, but he barely gets any lift on his legs. Come on, Ray, explode! His legs are betraying him. He dribbles harder and squeaks his shoes on the wood in desperation. Speed it up, come on! And speed is what it really comes down to. Fake the defender one way, step the other way faster than him. Which means that there comes a point when, no matter how crafty, how skilled you are, the younger legs will always win. Before he tries to explode off the knee, he braces himself. He pushes, feeling like he's been stabbed, feeling like someone's hanging on to his ankle. If it hurts, push through. He grabs his rebound and jogs back to the top of the cones. 31. He's too old, they say. He's washed up. He can't get past nobody. This gets Raymond into another gear. He feels something cold swelling up inside him, like his will is trying to leave his body and act in the place of it. At the next cone, he groans, springing off the knee with abandon. There we go. Now he accepts the pain as an opponent and attacks it. For a second, he feels like he's floating, like the pain has finally surrendered, invited him into its house, put out a chair for him, and has let him work in painful floating stillness, a nearly calm intensity. Push! And suddenly the ball lands on his shoe and is bouncing away, and he's grabbing at his knee on the floor. It's burning hot and gives like there's air in it. He's in the fetal position, wincing, squinting, and rocking back and forth on his hip. Ray, look up. Pain is like a room, Gerald always says. You have to walk through it. You come in through the front door. Make yourself comfortable. Stop by the fridge for a snack and exit through the back into the blinding light beyond. Hey, bring a trainer over here. Ray, talk to me. No one's ever explained this light beyond pain, but they all know it when they see it. It comes in the form of a glazed look in the eyes, an inability to miss shots, and the feeling that a very loud gym is getting very quiet, quiet enough to hear your own breath. A preposterous amount of training must be done before it can be achieved. It's a light you wake up to after the night of your worst anguish. It brings you somewhere everyone wanted to be when they first picked up a ball. Your uncertainties, your fears are replaced with immediate action. Players beyond pain look universally empty, and yet they beam with genius. You didn't hear a pop, did you, Ray? It's like a spacious mental nothingness, a freeing machine-like savvy, a genius in acting without delay. It's only for the few. When it comes, it's a coronation, and Raymond thinks he's getting close.